Okay, my name's Zakashi guys, and in this video here we're going to be doing a best teams and equipment so that you guys can prep or get to building the best teams and gather the best equipment for the new Ultra Golden FRIEZA. He has the new comeback ability, which is basically just revival with a bit of damage that comes to you if you take him out. But I know for sure there's a lot of people that will be summoning on this guy because FRIEZA is definitely one of the fan favorites. Everything aside, I'm doing too much talking at this point, so let's get into this video. Alright, so here we are with the first team, which is Powerful Opponent. But before I go into this video, I want to add, if you are willing to add any information to anything I say in this video, please be sure to do so in the comment section below, as other people could use the help. Feel free to help everybody else. Just be nice to each other in the comment section below. But yeah, we got Powerful Opponents here. You can see I've got the main man Super 17. We've got the Red Cell because he works super well, given that Super 17 is an android, so they work perfectly together. We've got the Evil 21, who's going to be the HP buffer of the team. If you look at her Z ability, android regeneration, but it doesn't matter about her tags because Ultra Golden FRIEZA is going to be on the leader slot. The Zenkai buffs to android, unfortunately, but again, doesn't really matter in this case. We've got Fusion 13 here. His Z abilities towards android, strike and blast attack, and then we've got the Zenkai buff for both Red Cell and Super 17 because they're both androids. Then we've got Ape Vegeta here, which is also a good addition. He buffs Powerful Opponent, but the Zenkai buff is Powerful Opponent, so Cell and Super 17 eat off that. Ultra Golden FRIEZA eats off everything, and Ultra Golden FRIEZA is of course Powerful Opponent, so you don't need him on the leader slot necessarily because I believe all these guys are Powerful Opponents anyways, so it works pretty well to actually make the team have good synergy, depending on how you wanted to build it, of course. But just remember the Z abilities and how you're meshing things together. Now if we go to the character list, I want to show you some other options that you could run if you don't have the exact options that I'm showing. So what you want to do is change the filter here. I'm going to go ahead and find Powerful Opponent. There it is right there. Press OK, press OK. I'm going to start with the ultras. I'm going to separate them. So you've got Janemba, right? If you wanted to run him, you could, but I wouldn't really recommend it because of the way the meta works. Red, purple is going to be very, very popular because red, green already is, but with this new Golden FRIEZA, he's going to bring out a lot of LOE purples, on top of the fact that Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, people are begging for him to get a counter. So Janemba could work, but of course the team works as it is. If you have 14-star Kid Buu, I would actually recommend. He has good Zenkai buffs, but again, he's going to be good to counter other Golden FRIEZAs, but he could also be a victim to a lot of popular reds, so I'm putting that out there. I wouldn't recommend anybody else. If we go to the Sparkings now so we can look up what we've got. For Powerful Opponent, for any blues, if I was building the team, I guess Zamasu could be good, Revza, depending on how you're building it, but I'm going to get to that in a later part of the video because any LOE unit is pretty much Powerful Opponent too, which is something you have to keep in mind. Kula, if you're really trying to force the criticals, but I wouldn't recommend it. Going into greens, I've seen some people try use this Golden FRIEZA and he's actually quite decent, but I wouldn't recommend it either. The same thing with the Broly, wouldn't recommend it. Going into purple, Jiren, Cell, these two could fit, but of course you already have the Ultra Golden FRIEZA, so I wouldn't expect you to run any purples. Now we're going into yellow. Just leave all the yellows alone. That's what I would do pretty much, except Super Baby 2. I almost scrolled past him because I don't have him, but I checked to the bottom to make sure. Leave all the yellows alone except Super Baby 2. Then going into reds, of course, we already got Super 17. The Red Cell, if you're running Super 17, but I wouldn't bring the Red Cell alone. Maybe you could, but again, I wouldn't recommend. But you also got Ape Vegeta, who's a low-key sneak considering that Golden FRIEZA, he's a melee-orientated unit. So yeah, that's what I would do if I was running Powerful Opponent. I'd build this and then put Golden FRIEZA on the leader slot so it could work. Next up, we got sagas from the movies, and similarly to how we're running Powerful Opponent with the red, purple, we're going to be doing the exact same thing with movies with red, purple. We're going to be having Red Pan for support. We're going to be using Red Beast as another damage dealer on the team, and then of course Ultra Golden FRIEZA is going to be that layer of protection, given he has the comeback ability, which is super good as well, but he can also hold his own. We've got two Zenkai buffs for Pan and Beast. They both have two. Then we also have a Zenkai buff using this unit over here, Broly, who's going to Zenkai buff sagas from the movies, because this FRIEZA is also sagas from the movies. Now, I wouldn't recommend you summon if you want to use Golden FRIEZA specifically for sagas from the movies, because sagas from the movies already gets a lot of stock through other bits. So if you had them and you wanted to run them on saga from the movies, that makes sense, it works. But of course, I wouldn't advise for the intention being this team. But if you do, that's your own business. Let's go into the character list and look at what other options exist. So I'm going to go into character list, change my filters. So I'm going to take off Powerful Opponent, go to episode, add sagas from the movies. Okay. Then you see what pops up here. So if we go into the ultras, I'd only really recommend Janemba, really and truly. Janemba is a good unit to have if you're going to be running sagas from the movies. Let me just check its ultra ability, because if it's sagas from the movies, you could move around the leader slot. His ultra ability is based on regeneration, so maybe you might want to have him on the leader slot instead of ultra golden Frieza if you're going to be running him. But of course your whole team would change different to mine if you're running Janemba, but I wouldn't recommend personally. Going into the blues, again, Janemba was your best option. Going into the greens, you could definitely run Pycon if you wanted to fit him. You swap out one of the guys. Pycon's a good pick. Orange Piccolo as well. He's a decent pick as well. Don't sleep on him. Going into purples, all of these purples pretty much suck. I'm not going to lie, really bad. Wouldn't recommend. Going into yellows, Gold Tanks is probably the best option, but I wouldn't recommend a yellow from the Saga of the movies at all. Then reds, I've already showed you who your best options are. It's really just Beast and Pan. If it's not any of those, you're kind of cooked. All the other reds pretty much suck as well. So with movies, they don't have a lot of options, but if you did want to run them, this would kind of be your best build if you wanted to go for them. And I've gone ahead and put the Zenkai buffs that I have here. So Grace Airman 1 and 2, Janemba, they fit to buff Pan and Beast. The last and final team, and it's a team that's definitely going to be used a lot, we've got Lineage of Evil. Now, Lineage of Evil, hoy, this team is making the comeback of death. People have already been using it just off the fact that Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan has been running the game. So naturally, people have been looking to counter Ultra Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But now they even have more reason. So here we've got Lineage of Evil, and the only person kind of out of shape is Turles. I've only got him here because his Z ability is purple, but he Zenkai buffs powerful opponents. So everybody on the team except Go Frieza, because they are not a powerful opponent. They're from Universe Rep Tournament Power. They were actually good guys. Frieza specifically. So Golden Frieza would obviously get that because he's from Resurrection of F. But there's obviously other options that you could run if you didn't want to have Turles on the bench. There's also good EXs and whatnot, but we'll get into that. So if we go to the character list, right, we're going to change the filter again. So we want to find Lineage of Evil. Let me find it. Where are my eyes working? How are my eyes working? I feel like I scrolled past it twice. I definitely have. There it is. Okay, cool. Change this filter. Take it off sagas from the movies. I'm going to start with the ultras again, but there's none until Ultra Golden Frieza drops. So there's only the one. Go into the Sparkings. Let's continue. We've obviously got Cooler. You might want to run Revza, but I wouldn't recommend with the way Golden Frieza is taken over. For greens, like your only option, but I wouldn't recommend running a green in the first place. Just don't run a green. Purple is going to be your best friend with Gold Frieza, First Form Frieza. This chilled here for the Zenkai buff. Wouldn't recommend any of the yellows, to be honest, but this Golden Frieza can put in work, and I wouldn't recommend any reds as well. Just really stick with purple and blue. Purple and blue are just way better, but this one Golden Frieza could maybe sneak in some help. Now, if I take off the Lineage of Evil tag and then we go to Extreme, with the Extreme, I believe some of the blues buff blue and purple. So for example, if we take the Android, where is he? This one here, Android 14, I think it's blue and purple. So you can see how that would work with the blue and purple. So you're getting 50% strike attack, which is good. Boo might hit here is pretty decent as well. 50% blue purple. You might just want to stick with purple as well. I believe Goku, Super Saiyan Goku is a good one. Here we go. You can see 50% base strike attack and defense, which is good. And I think that's it. I don't think there's anybody else that's like worth your time in the EXs. For the Sparkings, I've already touched on anybody that would be a good option that was already on the team. So for example, Cooler Zenkai buffing Frieza, I believe. Let me just make sure that it's actually Lineage Evil. Yep, Cooler Zenkai buffing Frieza. We've got first form Gold Frieza, by the way. We've got first form Frieza Zenkai buffing Golden Frieza, so he's going to eat off that. We've also got chilled Zenkai buffing Golden Frieza, so he's going to eat off that. And then on this team, I had Turles there, who's also going to be Zenkai buffing Golden Frieza. So you can see the buffs just go all the way around with this mono purple type build. Cooler's just the odd one out because he's buffing Gold Frieza, but you could also replace him if you wanted to. So that's going to be Lineage of Evil. They're definitely going to make a comeback. They're going to be a good team, so be on the lookout for that. We're going into equipments, of course, but these three equipments are dropping instantly when Ultra Golden Frieza drops. So we've got the first equipment there. It's a platinum that works for Lineage of Evil and purple. So that means Gold Frieza, First Form Frieza, and Ultra Golden Frieza can get it. Very, very valuable. You can see it gives you special move and ultimate damage, which all of them can eat off. The Gold Frieza is not taking the ultimate though, but blast and strike attack 30% each. It's just an insane equip. It's actually an insane plat. I can't believe they're feeding Lineage of Evil like that. But that's number 1 for this video. Number 2, we got the second one, so it's the plat in the middle. This one looks like it's going to be a co-op plat, and it's for powerful opponent or Lineage of Evil. And you can see it has base strike defense on the first slot, 25% max, base blast attack on the middle one, but you can also get pure 12%, but it depends on if you're running characters Frieza and Sagas from the movies, and that's also the same for the third slot, but the difference is it's not blast, it's strike. So it's the same thing pretty much. As long as you're running Golden Frieza on the team, you should be fine with working those with everybody on the team, similar to how that equip exists with Pycon. Then there's a new equip here. It might look like it's an Awaken, but it's not. It's just a little sketch orange background that they put, so it's a regular equipment. Powerful opponent, special move, base health, and you also get pure, what is that, pure strike attack if Lineage of Evil, character Lineage of Evil and episode Saga from the movie. So basically Frieza, if Frieza's on the team, Ultra Golden Frieza's on the team, you're gonna get that pure strike if you want to go for an easier equip, but that's for powerful opponents. So guys like Super 17, if you don't have his plats, you could actually just get this one and work it on Super 17 and anybody else like Cell, etc, etc. So 3 good equipments they're dropping almost instantly. Is quite mad, but of course take these ones in. Alright, so first one up, we got this equipment here, Awakened Incarnation of Evil. You can see you get base blast defense, you get base strike attack, special move, and you also get more strike attack at the bottom. This is for Transforming Warrior melee type, which should be what Golden Frieza is. It's also Transforming Warrior defense type, so 2 types of units that you could run this on. You get this memory from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shop, but if you want the unawakened version so you can awaken it, it's right here. You can see Transforming Warrior melee type, and you can get this from the Equipment Medal Shop, just so you know, so you can grind that up. Next up, we got this equipment here, Awaken Pahahaha. It's a pretty neat equipment, I'm not gonna lie. Sagas from the movie, powerful opponent, exactly what Ultra Golden Frieza is. You can get 12.5% of both special move and ultimate damage while having strike attack, which is exactly what he needs. So you get the awakened memory, you know what I'm talking about, from the Zenkai Space Time Rush Shop. But if you want the unawakened version, you can see you can get the unawakened version right here from the Equipment Medal Shop, which I actually scrolled all the way down to find. We got this equipment here, Awakened Broly. Base strike attack, you get health restoration, which will be good for obviously the way he's going to be healing HP. And then we also got more strike attack and defense. Saga from the movie Lineage of Evil. The memory you should know by now, Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shop. But if you want the unawakened version, you can see it's right here. Then we go into it, health restoration, Sagas from the movie Lineage of Evil. You can get it from the Equipment Medal Shop. This equipment here, some people might want to run him in a defensive way. It was for Sagas from the movie's powerful opponent, which is exactly what Ultra Golden Frieza is. You get double defense, HP, and health restoration. So you can see here the memory again. You can get it from the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush Shop, but if you want the unawakened version, I'm gonna scroll up right here. It's right here. No way. Base blast defense, base strike defense, HP is really crap, but you can get it from the equipment collection and Equipment Medal exchange shop. That's going to be the end of the video. Hopefully this video was useful. I tried my best to give you guys the best builds for teams, but alongside the best equipment, so that you guys can have the best chances of succeeding when running Ultra Golden Frieza in PvP. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're on this grind to 100,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name's Zakashi, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man.